Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to check the HOMFPV Wingsuit, a 2.5-inch foam protected Cinewhoop. In this video I'm going to quickly go over its features and specs, show you how to install an external radio receiver, and head outdoors and test it out. Now in case you never heard about HOMFPV, that's because it's a recently established company. However, according to their logo and name, the roots go back to Transtech, which as far as I can tell manufactures their electronic components. First of all, in terms of packaging, the HOMFPV Wingsuit comes inside this velvet bag, which looks and feels very prestigious. The packaging itself is pretty minimalistic, and along with the quadcopter, which is available with or without the Caddx Nebula V2 digital system, you can find some stickers, a high-quality 1.5mm hex key, and an Insta360 GO camera mount. You should note that even though the Wingsuit is capable of carrying a Naked GoPro camera, a compatible mount is not included. In terms of specs, the Wingsuit features 1106 4500 kV motors, which support up to 4S batteries. It is bundled with the Gemfan D63 dry-bladed propellers, which are specially designed for ducted whoops. On the front of the frame, mounted using a 3D printed TPU part, you can find the Caddx Nebula V2 camera unit. Next to it, a soft-mounted mount for an action camera. The Caddx Vista digital transmission unit is secured to the carbon fiber plate using 20 by 20mm holes, and the frame is designed in such a way that the Vista will get enough airflow in order to keep it cool. In addition, the drone is using an XT30 battery connector, and the battery is going to be secured on the top plate in this manner. The Caddx/Rush FPV cherry antenna is secured on the back of the frame using a 3D printed TPU part. On the center of the frame, you can find the Transtech F405 HD all-in-one 20 by 20mm flight controller. It came pre-flashed with Betaflight 4.1.2, features an integrated BLLES 4-in-1 20A ESC, 4 full UART ports, and a USB Type-C connector. As for the frame, its wheelbase is 100mm and it features a true X pattern. The semi-transparent plastic ducts are made out of a high-quality and durable material and can be individually replaced. On the bottom of the frame, you can find this 3D printed TPU part, which is going to prevent the ducts from touching the ground when taking off and landing. The carbon fiber plate is using high-quality carbon fiber sheets, and its thickness is 2.5mm. In terms of weight, without a battery, the Wingsuit weighs about 140 grams. Adding the Insta360 GO mount and camera will bring us to a total weight of about 162 grams. Including a GNB 650 mAh 4S battery, the total weight is 237 grams, so you are under 250 grams. And including a GNB 1100 mAh 4S LHV battery, which is probably the biggest battery this drone can carry, the total weight is about 253 grams. Now by the way, in case you wonder, the weight of the Insta360 GO mount and camera is 24 grams, so it's only 11 grams lighter than a Naked GoPro6 camera and the appropriate mount. So in case you would like to capture high-quality video footage using a Naked GoPro camera and need to stay under 250 grams, you should be able to achieve it using this setup, especially if you are not going to use an external radio receiver. In case you are going to use the DJI radio controller, the SBUS pad on the Vista unit is pre-soldered to the RX1 on the flight controller, which is configured accordingly. However, in case you need to add an external radio receiver, here you can see the connection diagram of the flight controller, and basically it will require you to disassemble the front two motors in order to reach the front UART pads, and then you can simply wire your radio receiver to the flight controller and configure it accordingly on Betaflight. As for the other Betaflight settings, first of all, here you can see how the port section is configured. In case you are going to use the DJI radio controller, the CLRX switch is going to be enabled on UART 1, but since I've connected the Crossfire Nano RX to UART 4, I've enabled it next to it. In addition, as you can see, the configuration/MSP switch is enabled on UART 5, which is apparently connected to the Caddx Vista, so it actually doesn't match the provided flight controller layout. Now let's quickly go over the configuration tab. The EC/moto protocol is set to DShot 600. The moto direction is reversed, so pay attention to it when installing the propellers. Since this is a pusher configuration, the flight controller is flipped upside down, and the gyro update and PID loop frequencies are set to 8 kHz. The power and battery settings are the default options. And finally, here you can see the PID profile, rate profile, and filter settings, which are not the default options, so this drone is pre-tuned at the factory, and I'm going to get to it in a moment. The next thing that I've done is to head outdoors and test the HOMFPV Wingsuit using different types of forest batteries, and with and without the Insta360 GO camera. In terms of flight time, you can expect about 2.5 minutes using a 520 mAh Forest LHV battery, between 3 to 4 minutes using a 650 mAh Forest battery, and between 5 to 6 minutes using this 1100 mAh Forest LHV battery. In terms of performance, I think that the Wingsuit worked best with the 650 mAh Forest battery, but in case you are just going to cruise around, which is actually the purpose of this drone since it's not built for acrobatic performance, the 1100 mAh Forest LHV battery is going to do fine and will provide you with relatively extra long flight times. As I just mentioned before, the Wingsuit is pre-tuned at the factory, and personally I really like this tune as the yaw, roll and pitch movements are relatively slow, which enables you to control the drone more precisely. And keep in mind that the purpose of this drone is to capture HD footage both indoors and outdoors, so that's an important aspect. As you can see in the following flight footage, diving and other acrobatic stunts are not the strongest point of this drone, and in case you're looking for this type of action, the BetaFPV 95XV2, which I'm still currently testing, is probably going to be a better option. However, in terms of flight time and also the ability to capture HD footage indoors, since the frame is more protected, the Wingsuit is going to be a better option in my opinion. One more thing before wrapping up this video with the flight footage, HOMFPV sent me some cool winter accessories, including a hoodie with my name on it, so I would like to thank them for doing so. Now I'm going to show you the flight footage, so I hope you will enjoy the rest of this video. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments section down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this video, and consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notifications bell if you're not already subscribed. See you on my next videos, and goodbye.